This week, we will examine a topic closely related to my prior discussion videos, and that is the Nazis' rise to power in Germany in the early 1930s. There are three sources that I found in the Oxford Scholarship Online database that deal with various aspects of this topic. One of the things about this database is that it contains full-text academic ebooks from Oxford University Press. That makes this an incredibly valuable database and source of information. The first book is Triumph of the Dark, European International History, 1933 to 1939, by Zara Steiner. Steiner's work is a 1,000-plus page book that provides an in-depth examination of Europe's descent into World War II, from 1933 to 1939, as it says in the title. Naturally, it deals a lot with the rise to power of the Nazis, since Hitler and his minions were the aggressors, but it also covers other important events, like the Spanish Civil War and what was happening in the Soviet Union during the 30s. Also, it talks about how other European nations responded to the threat posed by the Nazis and their aggression. Much detail is given to the steps taken by the Nazis to gain control in Germany, and then how they went about spreading their propaganda, subduing the population, and leading the German people into war. The second book is Anna von der Goltz's Hindenburg, Power, Myth, and the Rise of the Nazis. This book is the story of how retired Field Marshal Paul von Hindenburg was twice elected president of the Weimar Republic of Germany in the 1930s. In spite of the fact that he had been one of the leaders who lost World War I, he maintained a legendary persona that the German people held on to. Von der Goltz then shows how the up-and-coming Nazi Party latched onto and leveraged Hindenburg's popularity. They used their propaganda machine to make it look like they were with Hindenburg and that he supported their policies. This helped them in their rise to power. The third book is Model Nazi, Arthur Greiser and the Occupation of Western Poland, by Catherine Epstein. This book is the biography of Arthur Greiser. Greiser lived in the free city of Danzig, which is located between Poland and Germany. The city was made its own autonomous zone after World War I by the League of Nations. This book tells how Greiser joined the Nazi movement in Danzig and rose to power to become the head of the Senate, which was the governing body of that city. After the Nazis took control of Danzig and annexed the Warthegau, which is an area of western Poland, Greiser requested to be in charge of Germanizing the area and disposing of the Poles and the Jews who lived there. This book shows how the Nazis took control of an area and subdued it, using both propaganda and force. All three of these books are rich in primary sources, most of which are in German. Each of them is a wealth of information detailing how the Nazis rose to power in the 1930s, what they did with that power, and how they controlled the population.